You're listening to Mike James Rock Show with Dan and Mike.
Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show, and I'm going to get these members of Defects to introduce themselves.
I'm Tony.
I'm David.
James.
And I got to admit, you guys are not living up to your name because you're like really successful right now. So you're not really that defective. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we take pride in the defects, and you can't, perfection doesn't exist, but we try to, to do something that we think is cool. So,
and well, you guys are hopefully going to do something cool on the Dogtooth stage, if I'm remembering correctly.
Absolutely, at 3:35, we're going to be tearing up the Dogtooth stage. So and we can't wait. So yeah, catch us there.
Because I think I caught you guys on the Of Mice and Men tour. What was that recently? It was only like last few months.
Yeah. So in December time, we were playing with them, and we love those guys, and we're going back out with them shortly after this on Monday. So yeah.
Wow. So you guys are busy straight away after download.
Literally. Absolutely. Yeah.
Straight off with Of Mice and Men, and then Grass Pop as well.
Yep.
Wow. And this is all just basically to celebrate the fact that your album's launch has gone really well so far.
Yeah. We couldn't have asked for a better release, and the response has been nothing short of overwhelming. Like, it's just, we wrote it for ourselves, back in we started in 2019, and to get to here, like, where people are like resonating with the songs, and like we're hearing like people come to the shows and like seeing people freaking sing the words and stuff. It's just like how we've gone from here to here with that. It's just, can't get your head around it. And I've got imposter syndrome with it, I'll be honest.
I mean, even still kind of where we are right now, still feeling like an imposter?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just me, man.
I was born for this.
That's it.
Very different attitudes.
It is what it is.
This guy, he plays it cool, but on the inside he's screaming. Help me!
What's this thing on me?
Well, do you get like the moment of panic just before you start playing?
Every
and then
time.
Just ease into it. And
yeah, after one song you're like, oh yeah, we're here, we're doing our thing, and people enjoy it. So, but when you're about to go on, man, I'm like, oh my God, like, I actually need to go to the toilet. I'm really freaking nervous, man.
I hear noises. When I hear everything's working, then I'm okay.
Yeah.
The trouble is if you go and you're like, oh no, we're in for a rough ride.
See, I've got a different one for this, and shout out to Dan Sugarman, because he was like, fear and excitement come from the same place. So turn your fear into excitement. So I just get hyped, and I'm just like, get me out there instead of shitting myself.
I need to like jump around more and like scream a bit more, like yeah, and then get into that, like, I'm ready.
Do you do like the classic rock thing of doing like a little huddle where you sing the same song every time?
It's not a song. We have a chant, which for reasons we cannot disclose.
It's a very private chant. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah, it's a very personal chant, and only we understand it. Really, I think
it's
a different
swearing
language.
Or obscenities at all.
No, not at all. No.
I think you pull that off. Nobody's going to realise.
No, but you might hear it maybe over the top of like a screaming crowd. I don't know.
So are you guys already like prepped for the next stage if you've been sat on that album for so long?
Yeah.
Is the next one in writing, written? Next three written?
So without saying too much, I mean, we're always writing. As being a musician goes, like you never really stop, and we're really excited for the next chapter already with some of the stuff we've got in the pipeline. So just stay tuned. Next year it's going to be all guns blazing again, and we'll be back here maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
The old embargo where you want to talk about things, but you actually can't talk about things.
Yeah, for legal reasons. No. But yeah, no, it's we can't wait, and I'll put it this way: it'll be like what we've got, but on steroids. I think that's that. I'm really excited. I'm sure the rest of the guys are as well. So yeah, I can't wait.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have learned since you wrote the last one, being out at download with like people like Of Mice and Men, seeing the way they do things. I imagine that's probably influenced your writing styles a little bit moving forward.
When you see because for me, like I grew up listening to those guys, like seeing your idols like do their thing and like seeing how they perform on stage, like it really like motivates you to try and like take some of that and incorporate it to your band, and without being a copycat or anything, it's like just taking the good aspects of what maybe a showman is, or and they put on a fantastic live show, and
for sure,
if we can do even half of that, then we're winning the battle, I guess.
I mean, like I said, I watched you on the December tour, and I feel like you guys were getting the crowd ready for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever we open, like we try and go on like, I guess, we are like the main band, I guess, if that makes sense, but we just try and put on a performance that makes the crowd hyped and ready for more, you know.
I mean, that's the way to do it. Don't come in and give nothing. Come in and give everything.
All guns blazing, and if I'm not coming off stage feeling like I want to die, then I haven't done enough. I'll be honest. You've got to bleed for the craft.
I think that's a perfect point to end, because otherwise I'm just going to be talking about things we can't talk about moving forward. But guys, thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
And good luck in a couple hours' time.
Nice one.
Let's go! Yeah!
Right, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show, and this is Jake from Health, the band Health, who we've been playing on the show an awful lot this year. And when we were offered the chance to have a quick natter with someone from the band, I was like, yes, please. So welcome to the Mike James Rock Show.
Thank you for having me.
How has your journey been in? It's got a bit wet today underfoot, but other than that, it seems to be drying.
We got here right as it started raining and ducked into this tent.
Oh, nice.
So we missed it. I saw it in the sky coming. Yeah, this is our first show of the tour, so we just arrived in England last night.
Okay, and then you're literally off and around Europe, aren't you, for the rest of the month?
Yeah, it's like a bit of a festival run, so we're kind of flying all over for about the next 3 weeks.
And then you're off to the States. I saw you just got announced for Riot Fest.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense, that lineup is just so varied. Every year it's varied, but still in the same sort of theme.
It's a great festival. This will be our third time playing.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
Are you getting higher and higher on the bill as you play?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know what the stage times are, but they've always given us pretty good slots, so we've never had a negative experience there.
Nice. Are you going to be then, after the States run, are you coming back to the UK, or is there any plans to do Europe as well?
We'll have a European headline run.
Okay.
The UK dates of which had not been announced until this show.
Right, okay.
But I'm comfortable saying...
Yeah, this isn't going out just yet.
But so there'll be full UK. I'm not exactly sure what... There's certainly London, Manchester, I believe.
The main markets. Yeah.
We're going to do all
the bigger cities.
Exactly.
Glasgow. And when's that going to be?
October.
This October?
Yep.
Oh, nice. So have you got your supports you can announce and things like that? Or it's all in the can?
Yep.
Do you know who they are?
I'm pretty sure as of yet we already have them announced. I have to check the flyer.
Okay. Fair enough, but it's the full package is there, ready to go. Europe and UK this October. That's immense, man.
October into November, I think.
Yeah, okay. So just as the fall really gets darker evenings and things.
Yeah, it'll be our proper headline tour.
Nice. Is there going to be anything special for that run? Are you going to be planning more production on it, or is there going to be new songs or anything like that beforehand?
I think it'll be the most. I'm hoping to have new songs to debut, and I think it'll be the most extensive production we've had on a headline run over here. We're going to try to bring a similar show that we just wrapped up doing in the US.
Okay.
We just did a full headline run in the US.
Yeah.
So.
And then, so then you've got the set pretty much tight then, I guess, and you can just transfer it to the European tour and just tinker a little bit.
I think we have everything pretty dialed in. We like the set. It's communicating well. Ideally, there'll be maybe a song or two that's new.
Cool. So have you written those and they recorded?
I'm hoping to write them.
You're hoping to write them?
Yeah, but I have ideas.
Okay. So are you one of these bands that you'll write the tunes and then record it straight away and get it out? Because if October, it's only a few months away, really, isn't it?
I mean, it depends on whether or not we might debut a song live that isn't out yet.
Okay.
We definitely do that. I think that's actually really helpful to gauge. One of the things in music that doesn't happen as much, for example, like in film or TV, they'll do a lot of sort of focus group.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Yeah, but that's usually with random people.
Yeah.
When you get to play your own songs live, I understand certain bands are so big that they're they don't want to give away a song.
Of course, and it ends up on YouTube
with bad
quality.
YouTube.
And
yeah. But for us, I think it's a good way to see how the fans react. You get a better sense of we thought that bridge was communicating itself well, but you could see the energy dip. It's just a really good way to sort of kind of workshop something. So I like doing songs live.
And it's live in the moment as well, isn't it?
I like doing stuff live before it's released, but we're also not averse to, we approach music in a very modern sort of sense.
Okay.
So it's not like we're no, we have to record this entire album and then go and mix the entire album. We very may well finish a song that's going to be on an upcoming album, but get that song out and done before anything else is done.
It's just like a teaser. It could also become a standalone track that
exactly
it makes it a little bit more special. But yeah, as you're drip feeding things to people, it keeps their interest and keeps you up in the algorithm as well, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm hoping something will be out by the time we come back over. But if not, we'll definitely probably be playing something new at least.
That's cool. So you got to go and get your tickets to see the new music, basically.
I hope you come out.
Yeah, that's cool. It's always short and sweet at festivals like this because I know you guys are very busy. Like I said at the beginning, we've been fans of your band for ages, but this year we've really amped it up on the show, playing every track and whatnot. So
we really appreciate
thanks very much for doing what you're doing. It's very much music of now, I think, for this year. It's great.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
That's
we
cool.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show. I've got ALTBLKERA with me, who hopefully will introduce themselves.
Yes, hi, I'm Nairobi from ALTBLKERA.
And I'm Chaya.
And we're sisters.
In case you can't tell.
Can you tell?
I mean, it's almost like you guys have grown up together and know each other's timings with everything.
You think so? Because, do you know who's older? Guess who's the oldest one?
I'm not sure, I don't want to say, because one person's going to get offended and the other one's going to be happy.
What do you think?
I think you're the younger one.
Yeah, you're the older one.
Everybody says that. I'm 3 years older. 3. No, I'm the whole 3 years older. We just played with Tom Morello on Thursday. We were playing with Tom Morello on Thursday, and then the sound man, just said, get your older sister. I was like, I'm the older sister, so.
Everyone's just calling me out.
Oh, they're calling me super young. Side note. Yep. I got ID'd at a petrol station for looking younger than 15. I was like, I'm 20.
You enjoy it more as you get further into it. Yeah. I got ID 3 times when in my 30th year, and I was like, well, thank you.
Thank you. That's a huge compliment. Yeah. Take it.
So you've just stepped off stage. How was it?
Chung?
It was really good. It was super amazing. Everybody was wild, and I'm kind of a bit shocked still because it was so good.
We haven't had time to process it. We've just come off. It was huge, and now we're like, oh my god.
Well, you've got a few things like this because you just said you came off a tour with Tom Morello, or a few dates with him, and going straight into Download. Have your feet actually touched the ground for the last few weeks?
No. Momentarily, but when we like touch base, it's always to work and getting our outfits ready and making sure that we're together. But I love it so much, just being an artist and getting to do this with my sister, my little sister, is just incredible. In case you thought, So it's such an incredible lifestyle, and we're so happy.
Because it feels like only a few months ago that we got your first single, and now you guys are just everywhere. That's really impressive.
Good. Yeah, because this is our 3rd year of making music, and I can't believe how far we've come.
Tom Morello in your 3rd year, I don't think many people can actually say that. So, do you know what's next for you guys, or is it a case you can't say until there's a proper release?
Well, in the big scheme of things, we are building towards our debut album.
Amazing.
Next January, that's coming out.
Awesome.
But we're going to be dropping songs before then, so we've got a song called My Drummer's Girlfriend.
I believe you're wearing the promo top for it.
It says, I love my drummer's girlfriend. And it's kind of a joke, but when I explain it, it won't be funny. But just when I explain it, you get it, and then pretend I didn't explain it. So
I'll brace myself for laughing.
Yeah, okay. So the song lyrics are, she's snorting cocaine every other weekend. She's partly insane. She's my drummer's girlfriend. And then there's a big Arctic Monkeys D&B kind of drop thing. But then that's why the I love my drummer's girlfriend, because not true. But it's a lie, but don't it look good? Ain't I clean though? So
Fantastic. So when does that single drop? Is it just next couple of days, next couple of weeks?
Yeah, next couple of weeks. It's on the 26th
11
of June.
days.
11 days.
11 days.
So we're just counting down till that releases. And
did you play it today? See whether it went down well or no?
No, but we got loads of comments on our TikTok saying, hopefully this releases before download so I can learn the lyrics, and we're just it won't be. Sorry.
Maybe they meant download 2025.
Maybe they meant
Who knows?
They must have meant that.
Do you guys have any more tours coming up, or is it just now album focus, get that released, maybe do a date or 2?
Well, I think we're hoping to get a tour around the album release, and then we've got festival season. It's kicked in now, so busy all summer as well as releasing music, and then we'll see. 2025 is looking really exciting. I just can't imagine what it's going to be like.
I mean, you're going to get to a point where like, I need to find the next big person that wants to be part of the team and the crowd, you know? Have you got your eyes on like James Hetfield or anything like that?
I mean, I think our come up has been so rapid. Like, we've been introduced to so many like huge names, like obviously like doing the Tom Morello show and like having like literal icons like followers on Instagram. It's like, who are we? Do you know what I mean? Like, why have you pressed like the button? Like, you know, I know it sounds silly, but you know when like you look up to someone, it's like, I remember when Maxim from The Prodigy followed us on Instagram, and we were like, he really pressed follow. Like he really put his finger to the screen and said follow. Oh my gosh! So we were screaming. This was just for a show. Yeah. We were screaming down the venue, and we texted him, and he messaged us back, and like just before the show, and we was like, you know, be yourselves, good luck, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, oh my gosh. And that happened, that was, what, September 22 or 23? September 2022. And we were like, how? So I think there's just been so many moments like that where there's been people that really like our music that we've been like, oh my gosh, like, ALTBLKERA is really becoming something. The era is starting.
Yeah, he posted our song I'm Normally Like This on his story.
Really?
And we were just like, what the hell?
I remember getting the notification and I just screenshotted it straight away. I was like, lies. Tell me you're lying. Like, there's no way. And this was, I think it was early in the morning. I just bolted downstairs. I was like, I think he just, and we didn't watch it. I was like, have you seen it? I was like, no, I haven't clicked on he just posted it. He just, I gotta leave it for like 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
You don't want to seem too keen.
Yeah, too keen. I just got the notification and now I'm immediately like, hello. So yeah.
So if things follow the way they generally works, that means you're probably going to be on his next album.
Hopefully.
Maybe album 2.
I mean, because he obviously follows everything that we do. You've heard, like, they're interested. Get him on the next album. Anyway, guys, you're in such demand here, so I'm going to keep it nice and short. It's just a little festival one. Hopefully, on a tour, if one comes near where we are, we can do a slightly longer one and see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Awesome. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show, and I've got Lucas from Funeral for an Absence, or Holding Friends. I don't know what it is these days.
Same. Good to see you, man.
You too. So you are, I believe, in between performances, is that correct?
Yeah, I am. I guess press feels like a performance.
Well, that too.
So kind of
busy weekend. I'm going to make you sing. Yeah. So you got that weird thing where I can ask you how it's gone and whether you're looking forward to playing.
Yeah. 2 interviews in one, really. So it went amazingly.
It looked fantastic.
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Because I imagine for you it's quite interesting being able to do both. Because you get to jump in on a professional sort of long-term outfit.
Yeah.
You got Charlie as well. That looked insane.
Yeah.
And I believe that was making 2003 Lucas very happy.
Yeah. I went to my first show, was Busted in 2003. Sounds dumb, but my stag do was at the Wembley Fight Star show.
Amazing.
I'm a massive fucking Charlie Simpson fan. And then, so it was really surreal.
So you got to sing on stage, but also I imagine Funeral were a big...
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
well, so.
Very much so. Like I'm Welsh, obviously, so it's like, you know, it just it felt like they were the biggest band in the world when I was growing up, and to the point where I had a greatest hit CD for Christmas, you know, it was like, that was my in with them. So, and you don't get that with local bands, you know.
No, not at all. So the only one that we really need to set you up with now is Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, well, I caught a taxi with Matt Tuck once.
Well, he has had other people guest occasionally on stage.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, I'm up for it. Yeah.
Matt, you heard it here. Get him on stage.
I used to work with a bassist.
Oh,
we used
amazing.
to work at Fuel Rock Bar together. Yeah. I don't think I ever did a shift with him.
Which
though,
bassist?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Not Jay.
Oh, I know Jay. We rent Jay's van. So we're Welsh, man. We know each other.
I was going to say, like, there's actually quite a small scene of musicians, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're buzzing off of Funeral for a Friend, and you've still got the Holding Absence performance to go. How's the vocals feeling? Because it's something that we've chatted about a lot over the years, is you push yourself hard.
I do, yeah, and I guess, you know, I write for myself in Holding Absence, where, like, Funeral is like, it's just different, you know what I mean? Those vocals are different. There's a lot of shouty, screamy stuff that I don't normally do in Holding Absence, you know. So yeah, it's trying to wrangle two different types of cow, or I guess is that an expression? You know, or like just like it's like a different beast in its own right, and essentially, yeah, it's being a vocalist sucks, and now I've got to try and worry about doing two different types of it. But yeah, feeling good. We start a 2-week tour tomorrow. So
by we, which band do you mean?
Yeah, Holding Absence. Yeah. So I mean, truthfully, I wasn't gonna do Funeral until a week ago. Obviously, Bad Omens pulled out, and we got the call, and we did it. So, I was always gonna be doing 2 weeks starting today.
Yeah.
But last night was an extra, like a pre-tour warm-up, I guess.
I mean, we actually spoke to Funeral yesterday, and it genuinely, I don't think they could be more proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like, they are, and what was lovely is that they understand the pressure that you're under.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we want him for Funeral. You suit the billing. They're like, but in no way do we want to take away from Holding Absence.
Man, they're so respectful. Like, I got to be honest, I would feel less comfortable doing it if they weren't so respectful of the band. Ultimately, we'll do whatever fits, and Holding Absence isn't going to change anything. Literally, it's as if I'm not doing Funeral, and then Funeral works around Holding Absence. I think that's what's going to happen.
But they did say they're going to work around you because they respect the fact that Holding's your baby.
Yeah, and I love that, and I think, as well, it's different. They're different phases of a career, It's like Funeral is kind of in the, I don't even want to say the end game. I want to say the post game now. They're like they're just having fun. I
mean, we saw that on their announcement. Trolling everyody. Having the best time. Did you join in on that at all with your official account?
Nah, that's not my band. I don't know if I'd get clearance to do that on the Holding Absence account. But that was definitely Ryan, by the way. I could tell he was sat there with probably a craft beer and a pork pie or something, just chilling out on the fucking... No, actually, I know he doesn't like pork pies. He told me the other day, so...
Well, that's fair.
Pork pie, but yeah.
I mean, moving forward, would you ever be tempted to do a tour where you're doing double duty on the same night, or is that too much?
Yeah, truthfully, I couldn't. I don't think. It's just so much. I just do a lot, what I mean? And like...
One would end up
it's just
lacking.
One is enough. One is too much. So 2 would be way too much, I think. So yeah, truthfully, I don't. So yeah, sadly, I've just realised that means Funeral and Holding Absence will never tour again, probably, I guess, because I'm not going to do them both. So
I mean, you never know. Like, you could get to a point where suddenly you're just believing in yourself so much that you're like, you know what?
You don't know me very well if you think I'm ever going to believe in myself. I mean, hopefully.
For a man that doesn't, you've managed to get quite far in the careers that you've chosen.
I think it's because I don't believe in myself that I work extra harder. I think I just like... I feel like I was born with a chip on my shoulder, and I just want to prove people wrong.
Yeah.
And I think if I was trying to prove people right, I don't know if I'd be anywhere near where I'm at now, I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's fair. So, that's fair. Well, I think we covered most of the weirdness that I had planned. Cool. Mostly it was surrounding the dad joke at the start about the two band names. Yeah, no, that's what I've been looking for. In the tent last night, just writing it out, like, which sounds best?
Holding Friends. Yes,
I've got it. So, dude, as always, just thank you for taking a couple of minutes.
Pleasure as always, man. Thank you.
It's Dino from Fear Factory. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a fair few years since you've been on the show. How are you in general? How's life?
Life is great. We've been on tour since February of 23 last year. Yeah, we've played over like 240 shows, and we're fucking kicking ass, and I can't wait to play tonight.
Is this the first time in the UK with the new singer?
No, we were here last November. We did a sold out tour across the UK and Europe as well, and it was really cool because when we were here in November, the promoters of the Download Fest showed up to one of the shows and said, "You're on Download."
Nice.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
I was like, really? And it's like, yeah.
That's good that it's personal as well, not just an email to your management. They actually came to the show.
They told us straight out, to my face.
Plus, you played here as Fear Factory before, so that probably means that they're actual fans, not just, industry business people trying to book a band. It's like, no, we're going to go and see Fear Factory, and then we're going to book them for our event.
Yep.
That's nice.
That was it.
So what's the rest of the summer? Are you staying in Europe for the next few weeks or so?
You call this summer?
Well, it is for us in the UK.
Yeah, I know. No, we're on this summer festival tour.
Yeah.
Do it all across Europe, and of course, we're here in Download today.
Yep.
Right after this, we got to head over to Germany.
Okay.
And we got to do a few headlining shows, and then we've done so many festivals, Grass Pop. We got Hellfest coming up.
That's
in
next
France.
weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. We got Grass Pop in Belgium coming up.
Nice.
We did Rock and Park, Rock and Ring, Mystic Festival, and a bunch of other ones coming up.
Are you going back to the States after that, or is it further around the world?
We in July we go back to the States, and then we start a tour with Fear Factory and Cold Chamber all across.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, all across the United States.
What a combination those two bands are going to be, though. That's going to be sick for the fans. Is that something you've been working on for a while?
Yeah, a little while. Des contacted me and asked us if we wanted to do the tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course. We go way back with those guys, good friends of ours. I helped Cold Chamber get signed to Roadrunner Records back in 1994.
What's that long ago? Blimey.
Yeah. So we go way back as friends.
Because you've just done part of the documentary for Roadrunner, haven't you?
Yes, I did it yesterday, actually.
Was it? That's soon ago. So is that a Roadrunner project that's coming out in the future then, obviously? But is it literally just like a kind of biopic documentary about how Roadrunner has progressed in 30 years?
Yes. It's been a lot. You know what I mean? It's been a lot. And that was a whole... they only got to talk to me for an hour because that's all I had.
Okay.
But obviously there's a lot more to tell.
Oh, I can imagine,
I think we're going to do a part 2 of my interview in LA. Yeah. So.
Nice. Is that the entire sort of 30-year covering it, or is it just up to sort of like the noughties, sorry, when it kind of blew up for them big then, didn't it?
I kind of want to think they're going to do the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Because Roadrunner, there was a big shift.
Yes.
Back when Nickelback came along, and a lot of things changed for the record company.
There was a huge change in the whole setup of Roadrunner, wasn't there?
Correct.
About 10, 12 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It was more than that.
Was it longer?
Yeah, longer than that.
You have those 2 years out for COVID, and I just... Anything before that, it was just so long ago.
It's like time started again.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you writing new stuff at the moment?
Yes, we totally are.
Cool.
When we get back after the Cold Chamber tour, we're going to start completing the record and have it out by next year.
And then back on the road again.
Back on the road again, exactly.
That'd be cool, man. Well, it's short and sweet at festivals. Thanks very much for touching base with us, man. It's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here at Download. We can't wait to headline the Dog Tooth stage. So come and check us out.
Lovely stuff. Thanks, Dino.
Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show. I'm going to get this very handsome member of Those Damn Crows to introduce himself.
Hey, I'm Lloyd. I'm the bass player in Those Damn Crows.
And you guys, we could even hear the cheer from the main stage when you guys played earlier. How was it for you? I mean, it's a silly question because it seemed like it was going really well for you.
Ah, man, it's I try not to think about it too much. I don't want to get in my own head, but it's absolutely electrifying.
Right.
To be on the main stage. I mean, this is our second time on the main stage, and to be asked back is even more humbling. And
we actually interviewed you, another member of you guys, the last time you did it, and you were buzzing that time.
Yeah.
So the fact that you got to do it again and got an even better response this time around.
Oh man, I'm forever grateful.
Right.
Forever grateful. So.
And it's not even like the only thing that you guys have going on right now. I've heard rumors from the PR that there's new music coming out at some point.
Well,
but we may or may not be able to speak about in detail.
No, we can talk. We can talk because Shane actually announced live on stage today that album 4 is in the works.
Amazing.
And there will be an album 4. And it'll be coming out, I'd imagine, very, very soon. And when I say soon, obviously over the next, say, year.
I was going to say music industry soon, not like TikTok soon, it's not coming out tomorrow.
Oh, God, man. I mean,
but they are.
This stuff takes time.
Yeah.
And a lot of planning. But there is an album. It's in the works. We spent 3 weeks in the studio back last month.
Okay.
So the bulk of the record is down. It's recorded. So yeah, it's on its way.
And how are you feeling about it? Because this one has been written in success, if you know what I mean, when you guys are like feeling yourselves.
Well, I mean, it's never an easy task to stand up to your last record, because
True.
I mean, you're only judged off your last performance, your last product, your last release, if you like. Personally, that's the way I feel. But a lot of bands always say this is our best work.
Yeah.
I generally do believe that we have something special on this record. It's a very dynamic record. I think it's probably the most dynamic record that we've done to date. So
I mean, I think it makes a big difference when, even if the fans don't necessarily agree, if you think it's one of the best things that you've read, you're going to be so engaged when you actually get to play it for the first time.
Absolutely, man. I mean, and we did that today. We played Let's Go Psycho. We opened up the set with that, which is the single was dropped 2 days ago, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the campaign is already rolling.
Amazing.
But we didn't announce we're doing a new album. We just went in and done it. And then we thought, let's hit them with a surprise, because everybody likes surprises.
Oh, 100%.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm very excited.
And again, for really exciting things happen, you guys have your biggest ever headline show, I believe, at the end of the year. Am I right?
We do. We announced that the day the single "Let's Go Psycho" got released, which is 2 days ago, and yeah, we're playing Cardiff Utilita Arena on the 14th, which is a Saturday the 14th. December. So
yes.
It sounds a long way off, but
it's not.
It'll soon be here, and you know.
I think we're both old enough that time passes quickly. You know.
I've just had a little boy.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you very much. But I mean, he's 5 months already, and I'm like, how?
Soon he's going to be joining you on stage.
Well,
you know,
and we'll have to watch the pyros for that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Don't want any issues there. It must going back to the show. It must be quite like a boon for you, because it's almost like the local huge stage for you, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's like I said, man. It's absolutely electrifying, and to think like how our production is growing, and like today we brought in a lot of tricks, a lot of pyros.
Always good when you can make stuff go boom.
You know, and hopefully the people at the front were a bit warmer in the rain. So, you know.
Well, I understand that because it's not raining anymore. Your pyro actually cleared the rain away.
Well,
that's what I'm saying anyway.
Well, the problem is we walked on the stage and it opened. And then we walked off and it stopped.
I mean, maybe it was just like the weather knew that you were the most electrifying band today. You know?
Well, everyone likes to have a fight with the Crows.
Anyway, dude, I'm going to keep it short because that's what we do at festivals.
No problem.
Just absolutely awesome. As I say, having chatted to you after that stage and with everything exciting. Like when the PR said, I was like, wow, I just didn't realise that the rest of the year, like Download's only the precursor to the most awesome stuff that you've announced recently, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Download it's a great platform to use to announce something, you know? So we did. That's what we did.
Why not? Dude, thank you for taking a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
No worries.